Welcome to Take It From Tara, another great edition of the show. We are so grateful to have Dave Markham in as our special musical guest tonight. So thanks, Dave, for being with us. We also want to mention that we're sponsored by the Magnuson Effort to Combat Human Trafficking and the Bravo team of Rodan and Fields, along with Eternal Health Yoga. So we've got a great lineup tonight. As I said, Dave Markham, our musical guest of the hour. He jumped in at the last minute due to a cancellation, so we thank him for doing that. Anita Tyler is here looking for a home for this poor dog Shadow who lost his home. And Sherry Christoph of CASA tells us the role of... You can keep playing. It sounds good. Thanks, Dave. Sherry Christoph of CASA tells us the role of court-appointed special advocates in our society. Michael Buckman is here, and he is with Nazareth Home, and he's got some great news for things that are going on at the Nazareth Home, which is one of the premier places that you can entrust your loved ones to when they're in time of need. And a really special guest, Bridget Case of Misfit Rescues, who's going to bring a new love into your lives. And she's already stolen the hearts of all of us who have been here.
Absolutely.
Her name is Honey Pie, and she's out there right now in her foster mom's lap, looking really happy. She just had a little tiny, itty-bitty accident on the carpet in the lobby, but we got it cleaned up really quick. She's 4 months old. She was a parvo pup, and she's completely recovered, and I think she's going to be an enormous dog. She's just gorgeous. I think probably 50, 60 pounds maybe at tops.
I think so.
Yeah, I think she's going to be good.
But she's going to be...
Maybe 40. I don't know. She's just got big paws.
A gentle giant.
She's been kissing me. I've got sugar from Honey Pie all over my face right now. So, Dave, thanks for sitting in with us.
Thanks for having me.
I know that you often play with, I think, our friend Jim Dishman.
Yes.
And Kelly.
I do.
Awesome. So tell us what else you love to do.
Well, I've got 4 kids. So,
Holy smoke.
Yeah.
Those
so
keep you
between
busy.
that and music, I don't have much time for anything else.
Are you doing the music full time now?
No, I do construction. I own my own construction company.
Oh, so that's nothing. You don't have anything to do.
Right,
4 kids,
right.
Construction company, and doing music on the side.
Right.
Well, good for you. Well, thanks for making time to come in for us tonight.
Thanks for having me.
We really appreciate it, and we're so glad you're here. We're going to be hearing more from Dave Markham throughout this hour, and very, very happy to have him here, as I said. Anita, you have had a huge project on your plate, and I'm just going to share this wonderful little guy. I sent some pictures to Kathy of Shadow, too, so I want you to be able to appreciate how beautiful Shadow is. This flyer says, I'm 8 years young and a purebred border collie. My owner passed away and I'm looking for a new home. I'm neutered and house trained. I love to play ball and go for long walks and read romantic novels on the beach. I also watch tennis on TV. I can imagine that. Shadow's going to need a fence and an active new owner. He wants to spend time with you and be your only dog or your top dog. And this is from shamrockpets.com. Tell me about how you got a hold of Shadow, and what Shadow is looking for right now, because I understand that a number of people have come forward and expressed great interest in giving him a home. How did it happen that his owner passed away and you guys got him?
A lady in the neighborhood took Shadow, and she actually tried to move him in with her border collie.
Aw.
And her border collie was not accepting of him.
Really?
So she contacted me and said, I need some help. And I said, I'm happy to help you, but I'm going to need some help.
Yes, you definitely
so
did.
I called in the folks at Shamrock Foundation to help me. And together with folks like you, we've tried to market the dog and get him out a little bit at adoption days.
And I noticed you were out there this weekend. Where were you doing the adoption day this weekend?
We were at the PetSmart on Hurstbourne Lane. Can I say PetSmart?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Are there any group that supports animals is a friend of Crescent Hill Radio?
And the PetSmart on Hurstbourne Lane invites groups to come on Saturday afternoons. There's several organizations there, lots of pets looking for homes, and the manager is so nice. He says, come anytime.
I love that attitude.
So we love to go there.
Good spirit. Now, you brought me, in addition to this story about Shadow, you brought me a list of dogs, all of whom are looking for homes, and I'm assuming that Shamrock has them in foster or in their facility. Is that correct?
Well, Shamrock Foundation doesn't have a facility.
They don't even have a room, an office, or anything. They foster everybody.
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody is in a foster home. When we spill over a little bit, some animals go to boarding facilities, but we don't always want to do that. We look for foster homes first, of course.
So Shadow probably wouldn't be real happy boarding somewhere.
Well, actually, Shadow has been boarding.
Really?
Yes, his foster mom went to the hospital.
Oh no! One died, one goes to the hospital. So what did Shadow do when he went into the boarding kennel? Did he do okay with the other dogs?
He charmed all of the staff.
Oh, I bet.
Yes.
That's fantastic. So tell me, just describe his personality to me.
He's typical Border Collie. He's 8 years young, so he's like a 2-year-old dog of another species, and or another breed, I guess I should say. He's very busy. He loves a tennis ball. He wants you to throw the tennis ball.
And he likes to watch it on TV, apparently,
he does.
too, right?
He watched the U.S. Open with us. He likes to play ball in the backyard, and when you get tired throwing it with one arm, he wants you to start throwing with the other arm.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So he is a busy man.
He's like my Wyatt. He cannot get enough of his tennis ball.
And he needs somebody who's busy with him.
Yes.
My husband has lost 17 pounds since he's been walking Shadow.
Well, that's a great way to do it.
Yes, but I've only lost 2.
Well, that's because you're so busy marketing him and you're sending your husband out to walk him. So it all bends out, you know. Did you get the pictures that I sent? You didn't by email? Doggone it. Shadow is the cutest thing in the whole world. I'm just going to hold this up, and I don't know whether we're going to be able to see him or not, but
Picture Phantom of the Opera as a Border Collie.
That's a good idea. You know what I can do? Hold that for a second, and while you talk a little bit more about Shadow, let me see if I can re-forward my email address on Crescent Hill Radio's Wi-Fi, which I hope will work. And send this picture to Kathy. I may not be able to do it, but keep talking to me about some of the other dogs that are actually going to be needing to be adopted from Shamrock Pets.
Absolutely. Well, Shamrock always has, you know, hundreds of dogs that need to be adopted, you know, from poodles to chihuahuas to cattle dogs, Aussies, you know, they're all on shamrockpets.com. And if you can't adopt, of course, we'd love you to foster. And if you can't foster, we'd love you to volunteer.
Absolutely.
Even if you just come pick the dog up from a foster, take it to adoption day and get him out there in front of the public and take him back to the foster. That is a big help to folks who can't always spend 100% of their weekend every weekend doing that.
That's right.
And if you know, push comes to shove, we would love a check.
There you go. And that's the key, is send it to Shamrock Pets. I know what else we could do. Can you pull up Facebook, Kathy? Pull up Facebook and go to Anita Tyler's page, and we'll have a beautiful picture of Shadow. Because I'm not, unfortunately, at this moment, I am not getting internet in here. So probably because I'm in the studio instead of out in the lobby. But that's the key thing right there. And I'm just going to share a few of these dogs' names. This is Brownie Collins, who is a small adult Chihuahua looking for a home. Buckley and Beezer, who are matching beagles. That's pretty cute. Medium-sized adult beagles. Bugsy is an American bulldog, a large adult. Chloe Collins is a boxer, also a large adult. Then you've got the Atlanta, this dog called Atlanta, who's a medium coonhound, which is awesome. She reminds me a lot of Emma Lou. A small terrier named BG, and an Australian cattle dog named Dudley, a blue heeler, actually. Dark Knight is the name of the husky, which is beautiful. Gladys Pip, that's pretty cute. A basset hound, a plot hound, which are, you know, becoming more familiar to the public. I think we're seeing more of them. Gigi, they also call her Dinah, the plot hound. That's pretty funny. Jen is a shepherd mix. King is a pit bull terrier, a large adult. All these dogs, there's so many of them. We've got Lucy and Priscilla and Pedro and Oreo, Puppy 7, who's got to have a name better than that, Allison. Rosie and Lady, who are wonderful matching dogs that obviously came from a household together where we want to keep them together. And Sadie, a medium lab retriever. Gorgeous dogs, Susie, Taj, Tootsie Allen, Spencer, Snickerdoodle Arterburn. Wouldn't you like to adopt a dog named Snickerdoodle Arterburn? And Sir Albert Frazzle. Are you coming up with these names?
No, it's not me. It's not me.
Who's coming up with these names? This is hilarious. I love it.
Always a need. Always a need, no matter what the group.
There's always a need, and the Shamrock Foundation is one of many wonderful rescues in this city. And Anita, you are a tireless volunteer for Shamrock and for everybody else too. So the status of Shadow at this point, is he in a foster home right now, or is he in a kennel? Can you tell us?
He is in a very sophisticated boarding facility, and he has been for a few days.
Good.
But he is beloved by the staff, and my husband and I go every other day and get him to the park.
Good.
But he also has a handful of applications.
Oh, good.
And I believe there's a couple of really good ones in there.
Good.
It's not too late. if you are a Border Collie active, walk jogger kind of person, or somebody who's willing to spend some time with him, he wants to be with you.
Well, take a look at him.
Oh, no, those are my dogs.
Those are her dogs. You got to find the black and white Border Collie. But tell us about your dogs,
Anita.
You, though. Tell us about your dogs, Anita. Who are those?
Sasha the Sheltie is a Shamrock dog. She's about 12 years old. She's on the beach in Destin. And we took them out real early in the morning so they could get the breeze.
Oh, so they could blow their Farrah Fawcett hair in the wind.
Zippy is a Pommy who was not wanted any longer.
Aww.
And my daughter fell in love with him. He's 10 pounds of trouble.
How many dogs do you have at home, Dave?
2.
2? Tell us about them.
We actually adopted one from the Shamrock family.
Good. I like that.
Standard poodle.
Wonderful.
Oh, wow.
And his name or her name?
Noah.
Noah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's my
Very
great
smart.
nephew's name. I love that.
We have a golden doodle also.
Oh, how cute. So
you are very busy.
What's the golden doodle's name?
Chuck.
Those are active dogs.
They
I
are.
have seen them dashing around the dog park at 150 miles an hour with those long legs, and they are hilarious.
Some days. He likes to sleep about 22 hours a day.
Oh,
so.
yeah. My friend Tony used to say, yeah, my dog Max is taking his 10-hour nap while I'm at work, And I actually set up my computer one day on surveillance because I wanted to see what they did, and it was hysterical. Every once in a while during the day, Gracie would jump off the couch, run over, harass Wyatt, get him to play with her for a couple of minutes, run over, harass Brady, and the 2 boys would just lie there like, what are you doing? And then she'd eventually get tired of it and go back to her little beagle couch. And it really was a serious 10-hour nap. Once in a while, they'd get up and go get a drink of water. Sometimes they'd go, try to get into something. One night, Gracie actually turned the recycling upside down.
Oh, wow.
And it was strewn all over the kitchen and all over the living room. I knew she had had too long a nap that day. Mm-hmm. But usually they get to the dog park at least twice. Mm-hmm. So they keep very busy. So, Anita, the key with Shadow right now is it's probably going to be an only dog home or a home where he can be considered the alpha.
Yeah, he's top dog guy.
He's the top dog.
He wants to rule.
So that's very important. And when Shadow goes to a new home, what are we going to expect from him behaviorally? Tell me about his personality.
Well, as I said, he's very, very busy.
Yes, he likes to be kept busy, too.
He is very busy. He's not real fond of a crate.
Nope, that's not him either. He's really cute. That's like some sort of a little...
that's my girlfriend's mini Sheltie.
I'll tell you what, look on the posts. If you can see on her page, Anita Tyler on Facebook, if you can see the posts, or even on my page, I think Shadow's up there. But whether you find him or don't find him, he's a beautiful black and white Border Collie.
Yes.
And he does have a great disposition. He is very active. He likes to be played with, entertained. He really needs to be in a home where he's either an only dog or the top dog. Now, have you tested him with cats?
Yes, it depends upon the cat.
Aha.
If the cat stands her ground, he kind of walks away.
Interesting.
My cats have run from him, and so
he has chased them.
He is not just chasing; he is hurting.
Isn't that?
He's
funny?
in the downward dog.
You're telling me he's hurting cats?
He's hurting.
Holy
cats.
smoke! I've never been able to use that in a complete sentence in an actual situation. Hurting cats.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. That's fantastic. So, first of all, you have to put in an application to Shamrock Pets, which is very important,
yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So, if you're interested in adopting Shadow, sight unseen at this point, go to our Facebook pages, Anita Tyler or Tara Bassett. You will see Shadow spread all over the Facebook pages. He's a gorgeous black and white Border Collie, and we know that you are going to want to take him home with you.
Absolutely.
And what else have you got going these days, lady? You're a very busy gal. Are you working at a real job besides all of the animal rescue that you do?
Yes, I freelance and do copywriting from home.
Yeah, that's
and
a
I
tough
teach
job.
at U of L.
Just another job, too. You and
Yes.
Dave could get along really well.
Marketing communications, come to my classes.
Awesome. Love that. Thank you, Anita Tyler, for being with us today. We appreciate it.
We can't thank you enough.
Oh, so glad. And I'm hoping that Shadow's going to come up with a brand new home before even the end of this hour. We'd love to hear from you. You can also email me at tara@crescenthillradio.com if you're interested in more about Shadow. And how can we reach you? And I know, anita.tyler@insightbb.com. Mm-hmm. That's your email address. So do that, and hopefully Shadow will have a new home before the end of the hour.
I will let you know.
Thank you, Anita. And Dave, you're going to be coming back in just a minute right after this wonderful sponsor promo. Thanks to the Magnuson effort to block human trafficking for their sponsorship of Take It From Tara. Women and children are frequent potential victims of human traffickers associated with international criminal organizations. Vulnerable to false promises of job opportunities in other countries, many of those who accept these offers from what appear to be legitimate sources find their documents destroyed, their lives or the lives of their families threatened with harm, or bonded by a debt they have no chance of repaying. Human trafficking also includes persons who are trafficked into forced marriages, sweatshops, plantations, or domestic service. What can you do to stop these heinous practices? To learn more, visit humantrafficking.org, sponsored by the Magnuson effort to combat human trafficking.
Oh, God.
Oh, don't fall off the chair there, Bridget.
All right, let me get comfy.
Sing one for us, Dave.
I will praise you in the morning when I get up on my bed. I will praise you in the evening time when I go and break my bread. Joy giving me so kind, no one could ever change. 'Cause now I've seen your faithfulness and I'll never be the same. Talking about Jubilee, I ain't never felt so free. Talking about Jubilee, I ain't never felt so free. So I drop my burden, claim the victory. You make all things pass through time with the wave of your right hand. Why you care so much about me, I will never understand. Joy you're giving me so kind, never change. Now I've seen your faithfulness and I'll never be the same. Talking about Jubilee, I've never felt so free. So I drop my burden and claim the victory. So I drop my burden and claim the victory.
I love you, Dave Markham. You are awesome. And, I think that Honey Pie here really likes you, too.
Aw.
She's not moving.
did.
I'm going to just take a
She
quick
was
picture of
jamming.
her just cuddling into her mama, Bridget Case from Misfit Rescues. What a good girl. We usually have the dogs on the floor, but because she's a puppy and she's 4 months old and she can sit on Bridget's lap, we can give a much better view of her. So I really like that. And did you hear him say he has 2 big dogs at home?
I did.
Look,
That's
she's,
awesome.
She's going to talk in the
Yes.
microphone. Give us a yip,
I
yip,
love
yip.
big dogs.
Well, this girl is absolutely beautiful. You said her name is Honey Pie, and I'd
Yes.
like you to tell her story of how she came to Misfit Rescues and what you have managed to accomplish in the short time that you've had her, because it's quite an amazing story.
Yeah, Honey Pie, and she had 3 siblings. They all came from Greenup County Shelter.
Which is not a great shelter.
It's not a
we'll
great
just say
shelter.
it like it is.
Unfortunately, all 4 puppies broke with parvo about 24 hours after we got them. So they were in quarantine, and they all made it. We didn't lose any of them. 2 of her siblings have already been adopted. So Honey Pie and Huxley, who is her brother, are actually still looking for their forever homes. And Huxley looks just like her, but he's all white.
Shoot. I tell you what, they are absolutely gorgeous. When you get puppies that break with parvo, what's the standard treatment procedure? Because this is something that all rescues have to deal with on a constant basis.
Yeah, hospitalization is really the way to go.
Yes.
You can do some treatments at home. You can do sub-Q fluids if you have the knowledge to do that. And if you can get your hands on some Tamiflu, you can also give them that. But a lot of vets, they won't prescribe that. So really hospitalization is the way to go so that you can ensure they get everything that they need to survive.
You quarantine them from the other dogs, obviously, because
Yes.
parvo is highly contagious.
Whenever we get puppies, we quarantine for at least 2 weeks to make sure they don't break with anything.
Yes.
And if they don't, then, they're good to go onto their foster homes. And if they do, they'll go into the hospital.
Yeah.
So
Good for you, Bridget. How many dogs do you have at Misfit Rescue at this very moment?
I think we have, with the 2 puppies, I think we have about 10 or 12 we're a pretty small rescue.
You are, but you're a very good one.
Yes, we're mighty. We are mighty.
Good things come in small packages.
That's right. And we have, foster homes throughout Louisville, and we also have dogs for adoption in Chicago.
Wonderful.
Ariane is our board member. She's one of my best friends, and she lives in Chicago. So we do have dogs available in Chicago. So if anybody knows anybody in Chicago,
our northern